not in. I just can't get it in the freaking thing. I don't want to take it out of this because then it doesn't go back in. Now, broke.
Oh, looks like it's hardwire.
Alright, let's figure out where the fuse box is. So we're going to run it all the way down the headliner, all the way down the side of the car to the back of the fuse box. Because the mirror tap doesn't work for squat. You could probably make it work, but we don't have what we need. And the issue is how that Molex plug sits. I should just hang it up for today and start tomorrow. That's right, I needed to take these things off anyway to see if we can get them debadged. Sounds like I'm gonna have a big old wire here. Oh shoot. Shut up, Bryce. This is ridiculous. Drop that screw somewhere. I'm gonna need that thing. God dang it, man. This is a bad idea. Just trying to hardwire a radar detector. Should take 20 minutes. I'm taking the whole car apart. So that comes out. So now, I should be able to just pop this back. I really just need to get behind this piece here. So I can run down the headliner here. That comes out. So we got that piece out. Good luck putting it back in. So now I should be able to run my wire. Yeah, I don't need to take that all the way off. So I can run up the headliner through here. Make sure I'm not connecting. Doesn't look like there's an airbag in there. I should be able to be good. Now I'd really like to find that screw that I dropped. There it is. Nice. Then we're gonna have to run it up here. So I should probably try to pop this off while I'm at it. This is how you get really acquainted with your vehicle. Take it apart, put it back together. And do something simple. Let me take this part off first. So I think there's like a T. What does that look like? So I shouldn't have to take it all out, just this side. Because the photos I saw have this on the passenger side, next to the battery. Good, we'll get to see what's under here. This should pop off. It was my F80 M3 I had to run to the back of the car too. off now. That comes out. So now we should be able to just pull this back. Hopefully there's a fuse box somewhere around here.
Looks like that's a fuse box layout.
Bingo. That's what we need, Bryce. Sweet. I don't have enough wire.
I don't have enough wire.
I need 2 wires. Well, unless I grounded.
You can ground it wherever.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to run to the fuse box in the back, right? And so I need to extend my line because the hardwire line isn't long enough. And so we're going to run a cable down through the interior of the car, which you just saw me tearing apart the interior. And so I'm going to insulate this. And so I'm going to take the positive line and run it all the way back to the battery. So we're going to run it all the way back there and just do an add a fuse. And this is what I've had to do with many cars. So if I would have just done this, if I would have just listened to my gut from the beginning and gone to the darn fuse box, we wouldn't have any of these issues. You could certainly get the mirror tap to work. I don't think there's any question. It's just not, I don't have the right stuff. And it just isn't sitting right. You know, on the Corvette and some cars, again, the mirror tap just, you know, you can get it to work, but this is a much more solid connection. Don't I have a lighter in here somewhere?
Yeah, you have a heat gun in that middle. You keep forgetting that thing exists.
Yeah. The lighter works better on this. Now, let's find somewhere to ground because, as luck would have it, I don't have nearly enough slack. Figures. This is just automotive 16 gauge wire. I could go grab some speaker wire and do that. Just isn't going to be long enough. We might be able to ground a lot closer right down here. Oh yeah, there's a perfect ground right there. Chassis ground, even better. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna run along the headliner. I bet you that's bolted in. Yeah. Shoot, hand me that T315 right behind, or T15 behind you. Right there. Taking apart more pieces. I'm getting really acquainted.
Dropping every screw.
Yep. I'm really acquainted with my Corvette here. Yeah, I can bring it right through that hole there. Just do this. Probably easier to do this. Just like that, eh? This. Come through here. Down around the AC duct. Just pull this back. Need to be careful with some cars. I have an airbag right here. I don't think this one. No, it doesn't. Down behind here. I'm gonna go behind that. We're gonna grab our ground right there. And we're gonna run the rest to the back. I'm gonna mount a radar detector. Okay, see how nice and clean that's gonna be. I can put this back in place. Oh crap, oh there it is. Should have done this from the beginning. Just gonna take this. I just want to make sure everything matches up. So now I'll never have to worry about any wires coming undone or anything like that. Kind of snug it up. Tighten it the rest of the way in a few. And this will go right through there. Nice and clean. All this is back together. Let's put this piece back on. This kind of holds it all in place. There we go. This thing comes apart just like a Porsche. Look at how clean that is. What you could do if you wanted to, you could just kind of trim that back. I don't think that's worth messing with. I'm going to leave that alone. This all snapped back into place. This is all back in place. Let's put this back over here. We're going to steam clean the mirrors anyway, so we'll talk about that here on a separate video. Now let's get our ground on. So I'm going to put the piece off that I just cut off. I'm going to ground it right here to the chassis. And then we'll run this positive all the way back. Gosh, we could have done this in 15 minutes. Instead, we've been working on this for hours, jerking around. I can't get out though. What do you think that was, a 10 millimeter? 13, 10. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna snip this and crimp it. Okay. That was one that was on there, I should have left that on. So I'm gonna do is do one of these deals, because it's not gonna fit around there anyway. So do something like that. So I can slide it on. Again, this isn't like some critical component. It's a 2 watt or 2 amp fused connection. I keep meaning to buy a channel lock crimper, but keep forgetting to do it. That'll be good. Oh, you dummy. I put it on the wrong frickin' wire. God dang it. People are screaming at the screen while they're watching me crimp it down. Don't do it. Can't do anything right these days. Idiot. Try it again. Third time. Third time's the charm. People are like, yeah, Matt, you look like you're about done with a Corvette. I said, well, I don't know. What gives you that impression? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly happy with it. Having a grand old time. In fairness to the Corvette, I'd be just as frustrated screwing up stuff with a GT3 by this point. I just have to get this thing perfectly on there. Otherwise it won't work. It's like the best ground I've ever gotten on a radar detector install. That's nice and chassis grounded. So now we'll be able to tuck the rest of this back in here. Clean that up when we put it back together. And then this wire is going to run down the side of the car all the way to the back. Okay. Let's do an add a fuse now. It's my track record on this car. I'm going to go with a long wire. And I'll clean up how I've run the wire to the back here in a minute. So I go over to the darn Advance Auto. I take my Porsches and BMWs over there. No one says a word. I take my mom's Subaru Legacy. Like, man, is that yours? Did you just get that? It's like, what? I thought they were messing with me. It was being dead serious. It's like, that thing is clean. It's like, oh shoot. Maybe I should change it's a white base Legacy. Okay. Now,
The fun part. Going around.
let's figure out if this fuse is any good. This is the right switched. So the thing's not on, so we're good. I want a different one. And nope, that's no good.
No good?
Because it's on. So that's unswitched. At least we know it freaking works.
Yeah. No. Man, this car's power all the time.
It's kind of odd that this one didn't.
It just did like nothing.
Yeah. Oh, you probably have to turn the lights on.
Did you guys try 37 yet?
37.
Which one's that?
It says it's powered but key on only.
Which one's 37? Okay.
Okay.
Off to a good start. Should have listened to Mike in the first place.
Mike, why'd you come in here and ruin it?
Heads up.
Sorry, I just looked for which one was the cigarette lighter.
Hallelujah! Still revs. Still revs. All right, so number 37 is place to go.
I was having fun going through all of them.
Were you?
I was.
Did you learn a lot about
Yeah, I'm like,
wiring in a Corvette?
Oh, we know, yeah. I mean, on the positive side, we did learn quite a bit about the car. How it's put together, how to take it apart.
how not to do a mirror tap. We learned that.
Yeah.
Just buy the part.
Shoot. Let's cover back over.
Use full store.
See how many tools we leave under here. Put that down. Freaking, what time did we start this at? Like noon?
Or noon.
Yeah. 3 hour install. Where the heck is this piece? Oh, it's right here. It actually comes apart not too difficultly. Goes back together nicely. This will certainly get me some real love from the Corvette crowd. Can't wait. This might not have to be like the introduction to the Corvette where I just don't respond. I just pretend like it never happened.
Plastic there.
Got it.
Nice. Finally got it. We can take this whole right side of the car apart, put it back together in 5 minutes.
Yeah, seriously good now. It smells a little meaty in here.
Yeah, I think we're all like slightly a little loopy right now. This car's been starting up 8 times.
I gotta start it again now.
Plus that last start, we got a little spice on the end of it with the rev.
I want to make sure that we didn't disconnect the revability of it. All these wires we've been messing with. Oh man. Short shifter, Bryce? Save that for tomorrow?
I was gonna say right now, are you?
Dear Lord, it can't be any worse than that, could it? All right, I gotta do this. I gotta set it up now. So we're gonna have to open the door and capture that. Yeah, man. That's the longest radar detector install in history. Oh, you know what we'll do?
No,
What's up, man?
I commented on one of the video once. I was like, I think you live next to my uncle.
Yeah, there's a good there's a good bet.
No, it was actually, I think it was the video with the M1 brakes. Or the 1M.
Yeah, there's a good bet that there's an old man and then we're gonna live by me somewhere.
Borrowed his E90 to come here.
Oh, that's cool. You have to bring him over. Get him into Washington. Yeah, I mean I haven't corrected it yet.
But it looks white in the videos.
Yeah, I really like this color. It's the one thing that I really like about it. All right, check your ears. Okay, so I got all the settings here. Main thing we got to turn off is this bull crap. All right, so we're gonna go menu, GPS on, speed camera on, red light cam on, RLC quiet ride. This is a setting for if you're on the highway, set it to 60. Voice on, KA frequency voice on. Don't hit the power button. Yeah, I don't really like that frequency, KA frequency on. X band off, K band on, KA on, laser on, K pop off, MRCD, I forget what that is, but off, pop off, K filter on, KA filter off, TSF on, K band set to narrow, KA, he sets it to segmentation, but I leave it at KA wide. KA has priority or mute memory X and K. All threat is on. Color is red because that matches everything. We'll leave all these the same. Default. Display speed. Alert 1 display, miles per hour. We'll leave a tones normal. Auto mute is on. Auto mute volume, let's see, it's volume 2, yep. Dark mode. Dim. Quiet ride. Quiet ride is set to 35. I set mine to 25. Mountain time. God dang it. BAT is off. BAT warning is off. Daylight savings time is off. The memory quota. So what we do is we're going to put mute memory because we don't ever do any user marks. So I'm going to bring all of my availability to make it all mute memories. And then we'll go on a ride around in, I like to ride around in highway mode because of where we live. That turns sensitivity up. That's it.